Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I feel like it has been such a long time since I've sat down and spoke about skincare with you. So I've got a few new little gems that I found, which are all good for an acne prone skin. So if you are new to my channel, any product that I ever speak about will always be good for an acne prone skin because that is exactly what I am. I've got a lot of new products to share with you, but I've also got a couple of products which one, I just want to talk about again because they're just so bloody great. Or two, I've used in the past and I'm reusing again because I just love them that much. So yeah, let's just jump straight on into it. A lot of skincare that I talk about and recommend on this channel is Korean. I am a huge fan of Korean skincare. It was like game changing for my skin. And so just to say, all the products that I speak about in today's video, you can get on Stylevarna, which is like my go-to website for anything Korean skincare. You can also get really good prices on there as well. And I do have a code with them, which I'll put on the screen right now and it'll be in the description box, and you can get, actually I think they've increased it, I think it's gone up to 18% off. So I'll put the exact details in the description box below, but you can definitely save some money with that code. So do feel free to use it. But anyway, let's get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy it and yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go through the products in the order I would use them in a skincare routine. So let's start off with the cleansers. So this is actually one of those products which I used in the past and I've reintroduced back into my skincare routine, and I just really love this cleanser. So this is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. This is just such a solid cleanser. It just does the job really, really well. Like, it breaks down your eye makeup effortlessly and all your other, you know, base makeup as well. And what I really like about it is the cleanser just does all the work for you. I've used other cleansing oils in the past and I feel like they don't break down as well, so I feel like I really have to keep massaging and going in with like my hands to help the product remove everything. But this one, I just feel like you whack it on, you just gently massage and it is off. So really, really big fan of this. It rinses off with water, so it's really easy to use, no faff, you don't need cloths and things like that. And also it doesn't leave a residue on the skin, so really good if you are acne prone. It is unscented, so also a nice option for more sensitive skins, particularly if you are, you know, really reactive with fragrances and essential oils and that kind of stuff. So that's also another tick. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. It's just a really solid cleanser. This is my second bottle of this and I just love it. I can always count on it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. Okay, the next product, I am aware I have spoken about on my channel many times, but listen, sometimes there's new people to the gang and I need to get you guys onto this product as well. So this toner is by COSRX and it is the Propolis Synergy Toner. I recommend this toner, honestly, probably to 90% of my clients. I personally have not come across anyone, you know, that I've recommended to that hasn't got on with it, like their skin hasn't responded well with it. So to me, it's just a really solid, safe product to recommend. I just am a massive fan of Propolis. Like, if you're new to the channel, just get on this wavelength now. We love Propolis on this channel. It's got antibacterial properties. It's really lovely and brightening on the skin. I think it's such a great alternative if you do want to lighten pigmentation, got acne scarring, marking, that kind of thing, but you're a little bit wary around vitamin C's, because vitamin C's can be very hit or miss on people's skin, and some people find them actually too reactive. And also from an acne perspective, I've actually seen them sometimes worsen people's acne. So when it comes to healing pigmentation and marking and things, I love to start with Propolis because it's much more gentle. And coming from like my own experience with this, like I tried all the vitamin C's in the past, you know, when I was trying to heal my marking up, and I actually found Propolis did a way better job on my skin. I'm not going to say it's the same for everyone, but for me personally, this just was amazing. Like, it really, really just did the job so well, and it's just such a staple in my routine. So this toner, I'm probably honestly on like my 5th or 6th bottle. That is no exaggeration. I have one in my bathroom, one in my gym bag, obsessed with it. And if I'm not using a toner, I'll be using it like Propolis in a serum in some way. Another thing that I really like about it is it's not, like, some toners are a little bit watery and thin, and I just feel like they're a bit, I don't know, kind of like nothingness, do you know what I mean, on the skin. This, I always say, it has a bit more weight to it. So when you put it on the skin, it's like the step, I mean, a toner is obviously lighter than a serum, but in terms of consistency, if you imagine what serums feel like, it's like a step down from that. So slightly like a watery serum, if that makes sense. So I really just enjoy the way it feels, and yeah, it just layers all the other skincare, and it is such a solid product. So I just wanted to give it another recommendation just in case anyone new to the channel. Okay, so let's move on to serums. I've got a couple that I want to just mention. So this one here I've been meaning to try for a really long time. So this is by Purito and it is their Centella Unscented Serum. Now, when it comes to Centella is a really popular Korean ingredient. It's really known for its calming properties. And I must say, like, in terms of my skin, like redness and kind of more the calming aspect of products has never really been the thing I've gravitated towards because that's not really my skin concern. However, what really drew me to this is you've also got ingredients in there like ceramides and a lot of skin barrier restoring ingredients. So that's why I really wanted to give this one a go, and I've really been enjoying this. It's a lovely consistency. It layers really well, which for me is like a really important thing with serums because I am like I'm a serum addict. Like, I will layer serums all day, give a hydration layer, this layer, something else. Like, I just love that. My skin responds really well to it. So yeah, it layers beautifully. It's not thick or heavy. It's a very lightweight serum. And yeah, I just think this would be really good if you've got very sensitive skin, maybe a compromised barrier, and you want to use something just to help restore the skin. Like, let's say you feel like you've really overdone it on acids and you just feel like you need something just to kind of do a bit of damage control. I feel like this might be a nice option to consider and have a little look at. This would also be good for more of a sensitive skin as well. It's essential oil free, fragrance free. The only thing I will just point out with this one is it does contain some niacinamide. So niacinamide can be a little bit hit and miss on people's skin. My skin, for example, thrives on it. My acne prone skin thrives on it, but there is a percentage of people who just don't get on with that ingredient as much. So just wanted to point that out. And another thing that's also in this serum, which I'm a huge fan of at the moment, is peptides. So I'm not gonna lie, like, I got into peptides because I saw Hailey Bieber like raving about peptides. I mean, her skin is just incredible. I mean, I know she's got like a whole team and like probably has like facials done very regularly, but her skin is amazing and she just talks about peptides all the time. So I was like, let's get some more of that in my skincare then. And I've been actually using a peptide concentrate by the brand's Pie Skincare, which I really love, which is also a really great one for acne prone skin. So it's a peptide concentrate which you can literally add into any product, like a moisturizer, a serum, or whatever you want, and you can get those peptide qualities. But yeah, this serum, I just wanted to point out, actually has peptides in it. So yeah, love that. If you're not sure what peptides are good for, they're good for basically helping to plump the skin. So if you feel like your skin's a little bit dull, kind of lacking in, you know, the kind of plumpness and the kind of juiciness looking of the skin, consider some peptides. Okay, the next serum I just want to give a little shout out to. This actually, funny enough, if you saw my advent calendar with Starvana. So Starvana came out with the most insane advent calendar, as they do every year. Anyway, I did a video on that and I went through the products, and this was one of the products. And I mean, put it this way, I've already pretty much finished this bottle. I have used this so heavy. But this is by The Lab, and it is the Oligo Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Ampule. It's basically, yeah, just a hydrating serum, and I really, really enjoyed this. If you are on the market for a hyaluronic acid based serum, I really recommend trying this. It has like weight in it as well, which I love, because from a skincare perspective, and particularly with acne prone skin, like, I cannot put thick moisturizers on my skin. My skin hates that. Like, if I put shea butters, anything rich and heavy like that, breakout galore will happen. So that's why I'm so into serums, because I can really pack in the hydration and pack in all of those kind of qualities that I really need in my skin to nourish it, but without using like heavy, thick ingredients that are going to irritate my skin. So yeah, this has been a big winner from that perspective. So yeah, if you have dehydrated skin, definitely, and you're acne prone, really recommend this. Or even if you're dry, honestly, and you feel like in the winter you just need something to layer your skincare up a little bit, add this in. I really enjoyed that. Okay, and the last serum I want to mention is by the brand Axis Y. Again, I got this actually from that advent calendar. Honestly, so many great gems in that advent calendar. So yeah, this is a new product. I've never tried this before. I was very new to this brand actually. They have a spot treatment that I really love, that I've mentioned, I think, definitely mentioned in a past video. But this is their dark spot correcting glow serum. Now, because it's called a glow serum, that would suggest probably to me that you would use it maybe in the morning. I've actually been using this as a night serum. Now this serum is another one which has got niacinamide in, so this is really the star of the show for this serum. So this is definitely for you guys who know that your skin thrives on niacinamide. Niacinamide is definitely the ingredient they're focusing on when it comes to the dark spot side, because that's what it's known for. It's good for helping with pigmentation and just brightening of the skin and like the skin tone in general. But I just wanted to mention this product in today's video because this is something that I have been using quite consistently in the evening and just really been enjoying it. And sometimes, and it even says this in the directions, you can put it on and use it kind of more like a sleeping mask at night. I don't use it every single night though, actually. I need to correct myself on that, because niacinamide, this is another thing I'm about to say about niacinamide. I personally do think in general niacinamide is much better like in your moisturizer, or in a serum where it's not necessarily the star of the show, it's just like a complementary ingredient. That's when I personally find it works best on my skin. I do notice if I use something that has like a really high concentration of niacinamide and I use it too regularly, then my skin will go the other way and my skin doesn't like it as much. I do think there's a very fine balance. So yeah, I don't use this every single night because personally I just found that's not what my skin loves. I use it maybe every other night. I'd probably say I'd go for this one. So yeah, but it's definitely something I've been liking, and yeah, just wanted to mention it. Okay, let's break up the skincare products, and I'm just gonna throw in this tool that I've been using. So normally I'm not actually a massive tools person. Like I've tried Foreos, I've tried like, you know, all the different skincare tools out there, and yeah, I'm always kind of gone back to the thing of, do you know what? My hands are like the best tool. So yeah, I'm not huge into tools, but this one, however, I have been really enjoying. So this basically, firstly, it vibrates. It does look a little bit questionable when you look at it. I tend to use this either after my serum or sometimes after my moisturizer, but I do quite like it after my serum. I definitely think you want something on the skin that still has a bit of a slip, because you don't want it to be like, you know, tugging at all on the skin. But yeah, these balls, they rotate, and then you just kind of go up the jawline, the cheekbones, and you can really just honestly sculpt the face. I love it in the morning. That's kind of my preferred time to do it. And I don't know, I do feel like it is doing bits. So it is something that I've actually have been doing, and I've just been putting it as part of my self-care kind of routine. You can literally spend like 2 minutes doing it, but I think it's a really nice tool, and it's one that I can get behind because it's more so about, you know, the sculpting, lymphatic flow of the skin. It's very similar if you're going to do like gua sha, like that would also be a very similar thing. This one, however, just vibrates, so it's a little bit of a different experience. But yeah, just wanted to mention that because I've been really enjoying it. And also, it might be a nice Christmas gift idea, actually. Definitely a good little stocking filler. Right, let's move back to the skincare. Oh, whenever I have a moisturizer to recommend to you guys, that is when I'm like really excited, because I definitely know from my own experience, finding moisturizers for acne prone skin, I feel like that is quite a hard battle. That and SPFs, I feel like they're the hardest. Anyway, I found a moisturizer which I've been really loving and I want to share with you. So this is actually, no, maybe, is it the first thing I've tried from this brand? I'm not too sure, but this is a popular brand. It's called Make Prem. I think that's how you say it. This is their moisturizer. It's the Safe Me Relief Moisture Cream. It only has 12 ingredients. So it's a very basic ingredient list. But what I've really liked about this moisturizer is that it's been great for this time of year. So as a skin type, I would say I'm normal to oily. I used to say I'm combination, but I'm not really combination because I don't actually really get any dry areas on my skin. I'm definitely more just normal, or I'm a little bit on the oily side of the spectrum. And when it gets to this time of year, I definitely feel like my skin does need something a little bit extra. However, as I said earlier, I haven't got a skin type where then I can just go out and just buy a really rich cream and then that's it, job done. But this moisturizer has answered all my concerns in that area, because basically it's still very lightweight, very good still for an oily skin, or even just a combination skin as well would be fantastic for, but it has got a tiny bit more weight in it. So I just feel like with this time of year, it just gives you that little bit extra that you need in the winter, and particularly if you're layering it up with your like hydrating serums and things. I just really been loving this. So this has been a hard favorite at the moment. Also, another thing is I find that it really does sit well with makeup, and on days, like for example today, because I'm filming, I have put a little bit of foundation on my skin, and the thing is I don't normally wear foundation. Like I literally will only wear it if I'm like filming or if I've got like a special event or something, so I hate like heavy makeup on my skin. So what I've actually been doing recently is even just taking a little bit of this moisturizer and then putting a tiny bit of foundation and kind of making more like a tinted moisturizer with the foundation. Oh my god, it has been such a nice duo. Like the foundation I've been using, by the way, is the Hourglass Soft Ambient foundation, the new one. Side note, such a good foundation for acne prone skin. But yeah, that duo together has been such a nice combo. So yeah, that's another little win about that. Okay, and then the next product I want to mention is an SPF. Now, again, I said earlier, SPF's also very hard area finding for an acne prone skin. So this is by Skin 1004. It's the Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum SPF 50. First thing just to say about this SPF, great on acne prone skin. Like definitely ingredient list is a big tick. I tried it on my skin for many weeks, not a problem at all. Absolutely love it from the acne side. Consistency also fantastic, very true to those Korean skincare you know, sunscreens, very lightweight, doesn't feel heavy on the skin, blends really lovely. Another huge tick, this does not give you a white cast. So if a white cast is something you're concerned about, massive tick for this one. My only thing with this SPF I have found though, is it does lean on my skin slightly on the oily side. When I first apply it, no problem, but I definitely do notice a little bit later in the day, my skin's a little bit shiny, but not in like a glowy from within way, but like oil is pushing out kind of way. That's the only thing with this SPF. From an acne perspective, fantastic, but I just have to bear in mind when I do use this, I do have to touch up my skin a little bit later in the day because it does get a little bit oily. So yeah, I don't know, it's a really frustrating one because it's like got so many things going for it, but that one thing, I mean, I just go back to my Isntree one because that my Isntree, so the Isntree natural sunscreen, that one does give you a white cast. This is where you kind of get pros and cons for you know, all these different sunscreens. The Isntree one, yeah, that does give me a little bit of a white cast. However, it sits beautifully on my skin. Like this is what I'm wearing today. It does not get oily on my skin. Like I go the whole day, I don't need to block my face and anything like that. So for the ease and how it wears on the skin, I go for that one. But if the white cast is a problem and you're more of a dry skin, like if you're more on the dry spectrum, then this might be an absolute winner for you. So yeah, I definitely wanted to mention it because there's so many things going for it. But I just have to say, if you're on the oily skin side when it comes to your skin type, maybe not this one. Okay, so they're all the products that I have here to talk to you guys about today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if it's been helpful by like giving it a thumbs up or something. When you give thumbs up on my videos, guys, honestly, it means the world to me because it really does help support my channel. So yeah, if you can give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, I would be very grateful. But that is it for me today, guys. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye.